So it's the end of the day and I'm ready to pack it up and go to bed. I'm tired. I'm over it. So anyway, time to put stuff, my worries and all my stuff here and just leave it for tomorrow. I'm gonna put it over here. I'll deal with whatever that is tomorrow, and that'll be fine. It can wait. Take all this and just put it by the door over here for safekeeping. Right here, and then we're just going to turn off the light on that. Good night. Wow, today was good day, and it was productive and all, but it's time to relax. So I'm gonna just toy around with this a little bit, and I hope you find it soothing. You don't have to look at the video, you can just relax and just know that you're okay, you're safe, everything's okay. You did the best you could today. That's all there is to it. I mean, you can't control everything, and you really don't have control of anything. All we have is now, and you did the best you could do. I hope you know that you are loved, and you mean more to other people than you know. You know, we affect a lot of lives, and we don't even realize it. You know, people count on us, and I'm not talking about in a responsibility way. I'm talking about they want us in their lives, you know. They want to talk to us. They wonder how we're doing. And we don't realize how important we are to other people's lives. You know, they want to know that we're there and that we're okay. And carrying around worry and just so much chaos in our minds is just debilitating. So I really hope that you know that you don't have to do that. That you can relax and you are loved, and it's going to be all right. I know you can feel your body relaxing right now. It's, you know, we're done for the day, man. We are done for the day. And it was a good day, you know. Whatever you did in your day that was productive, focus on that. Don't focus on the negative. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. I mean, if something didn't go right, you'll learn from it and you'll do better next time. Maya Angelou said, when we know better, we do better. And I think that's absolutely true. I like to give people credit where it's due, you know. When we know better, we do better. That's what Maya Angelou said. And It is absolutely true. I know that for me, there was a lot I didn't know before, and made a lot of mistakes. But now that I know better, I'm going to do better. And I try to grow more and more each day. And I pat myself on the back for my achievements. I'm my biggest cheerleader. I mean, I know my daughters, you know, are my cheerleaders too, but you know, I need it on a daily basis, you know. I need to know that I'm doing the right thing. So I try to, you know, focus on what I do right, not what I do wrong. If I did something wrong, I correct it and I learn from it. And I think we learn from other people, the good and the bad. They said, someone wise said that you're either an example or a warning. I try to be an example, a good example. So anyway, that wraps up our day. The thing I did with the bag, you know, my daughter, when she was a little girl, she told me that, I told her, because she's grown now, that I told her to pretend that all her worries were, you know, to put them in a bag each night and put them by the fireplace or by the door and just put them away and turn the light off on them, and she could pick them up tomorrow and deal with it then. And she said that brought her great comfort. So that's why I did that at the beginning of this video, because I want you to relax. I want you to know that that I understand what it is not to be able to sleep. I mean, to have insomnia. I've had problems sleeping ever since I was a child, and so I've used a lot of videos online to help me relax, and I hope you find this noise soothing. I do. I find it relaxing, and it's not really my creation. I saw other people online doing this, and I thought it was a great idea because I get to talk to you, so I really like that opportunity. I hope you can feel your muscles relax in your back, and take a deep breath and just blow it all out. Just blow it all out. All the tension, and just focus on this sound. Just the rhythm of the sound. I find the rhythm very soothing. I like the simplicity of it. Nothing fancy, just moving back and forth. Something dependable and steady. I find that sometimes when they change the sounds, it kind of wakes me up, so I like the steadiness of the sound. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do right here. You know, I wish my friends knew how important they are to me. And I'm sure, you know, a lot of times we think that no one needs us, but people love us. They look forward to seeing us. They wish we would reach out to them. and talk to them. You know, just to say how you doing, you know, how's your day going? Is everything okay? They want to hear from us. A lot of times we forget people like, you know, grandma and, you know, our aunt. You know, they look like strong people, but they need us too. They would love to hear from, you know, the aunt that was kind to us when we were kids. The aunt that took time out to spend time with us, and it'd be nice to kind of give her a call and stuff, you know. Everybody needs to know that someone cares. And someone cares about you. But just relax and let it go. And just focus on the sound. Let it carry you away. You don't have to think about anything else. It's love, tenderness, caring. Kindness, closeness, soft bed, soft and comfy. You're worth it. Someone thinks you're very special. And you are. You think you're special because you are. I know I'm special. I'm different, that's for sure. A little wacky sometimes. Very misunderstood other times, but it's okay. It's okay to be different. Some of the greatest people in the world have been different. And that's okay. I celebrate differences. I just have a list of people in my head that I really admire, and some of them have passed on, but some of them are still alive, and people that I know personally are just special people. Some of them know how special they are, but I think the most special thing that they have is that they don't listen. They don't listen to what other people say about them. They do what they know is right, and they don't hurt others. They seek to help other people, and they do with their acts of kindness and their creativity. All of us have special gifts. And sometimes we're so overwhelmed, or I don't know. We let ourselves get caught up in a lot of dumb things, you know, just stupid things that aren't even worth our energy. At the end of the day, believe me, they're not important. So, just need to not let ourselves get caught up in that. Just don't let it, just let it go. Whatever. Just let it go, man. It's not worth it. It's not worth the energy. Put so much energy into something dumb, trying to change other people instead of changing ourselves, and certainly not worth it. If you're falling to sleep, go ahead and go to sleep. Your subconscious mind will grab these messages. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about anything, okay? This is for you to relax. That's what that's all about. It's so important to be ourselves because we never know that, people just love us for who we are, and people just really want us to be happy. The people that love you will always just want the best for you. And anybody that doesn't want the best for you, you kind of need to stay away from them. Because it's not what people say, it's what they do. Some people will tell you anything to get what they want, and you don't need that. I know I don't. I don't have time for nonsense. And it is nonsense, really, when you think about it. Some people like to play games like that, mind games, and I'm just like, oh, please, give me a break. Life is challenging enough without all that stuff. I try to keep it simple. I've been told by some very wise people to keep it simple, and that's what I do. I like to spend time with my friends, my family, but I also like to spend a lot of time alone, I spend time with my little dog. I spend time doing some things in my apartment, just kind of, surrounding myself with stuff that I like, not too much stuff, but, stuff that's pleasing to my eyes, not to anybody else's eyes, but to my eyes. I like to put things around my house sometimes, like little knickknacks and stuff that I like, I like to sometimes put baskets, and I like to put magnets on the refrigerator. Not 10,000 magnets, but magnets on the refrigerator of little sayings that I like. It just makes me laugh, and it makes me, I don't know, get a little, what would you say, little pep in my step, I guess. But, I also like to relax. When I go to sleep, when I lay down, I like to just relax and just kind of ease into my sleep, I really like to treasure myself. I really like to take care of myself, and do my best to be make sure that I get the rest that I need, give myself a break. Love and light. I like to think about when I worked with children and we would decorate the door of the classroom, and I would just paint something that would come to my mind, you know. Sometimes I'd look up something on the internet and kind of try to imitate it, you know. And you know, sometimes it will come out even better than I imagined. It would be, you know, sometimes a little, I guess it might have looked a little dramatic. But I loved it. I thought it was beautiful. And, you know, I think that surprises, I mean, I like surprises. I like change. I like it when I plan for things to go one way and they go the other way. And I'm just like, wow, I did not see that coming. But sometimes it's good surprises, you know? I mean, when you get something, especially something beautiful, unexpected, you know. You say, I did not see that coming. Mm-hmm. That's fine. It's all good. It's all good. It really is. I hope you are feeling safe and relaxed. I hope you find this really soothing. Because this is to help you know that I like that steady sound because it just kind of makes you, it's like a dependable sound, right? It's like a rhythm. And that's what we need, you know, stability in our lives. I mean, I like its excitement and all, and I like to do things, you know, but sometimes it just need to just be simple, just like, you know, like, I don't know, sitting on a park bench and in silence with a friend or something like that, you know. It doesn't have to be all noise and chaos all the time, you know. It can just be as simple as, you know, riding in the car with your kid and you're talking to your kid, you know. I mean, I used to do that all the time. I used to turn off the radio and make them take their headphones off and talk to my kid, man. Get to know my kid. I want to know my kid, my grandkids, you know. I want to know my grandkids too. So, just really grateful for those quiet moments. And it seems like we really don't have any nowadays. It seems like we're always have to be doing something. It's like, if you're not doing something, you're nothing, you know, and that's ridiculous because we are something. We are something. We are something, and we can make choices, you know. And what I choose to do is I choose to keep it simple, man. I choose to stay in the here and now and appreciate what I have instead of wanting other stuff, you know, a bigger, supposedly better thing. You know, I just want to appreciate what I have, man. Because what I have is good enough, just like I'm good enough, just like you're good enough. You know, and I really don't see that people that have more are more happy. I really don't see that. seems like they, they want to have more, they want more, it's never enough, blah, blah, blah. And it just gets old after a while, it's just like, I don't want to be burdened with that kind of thinking. I'm just grateful for what I have. I'm grateful that I made it this far, and I'm grateful that things are going well for me, I'm at the best part of my life. I mean, I do basically whatever I want to. I have 2 beautiful daughters. They're great women. I have 3 beautiful granddaughters, and they're great women, great teenagers, and great kids, and I have nieces and nephews that I love very much, and really enjoy spending time with them and sharing with them and doing whatever I can for them when I can. I can't always, and that's okay too. That's okay. I don't have to be money bags or money tree or whatever the heck people, some people expect you to be, but I can just be me, and that's all I have to offer. And, that's got to be enough, 'cause that's all I have to give, and that's okay. There was a time when I didn't think I was good enough at all. Seems like every time I tried to meet the bar, they would set it higher, People that I really loved and really respected, they would just set that bar higher and higher, and I'm talking about family, They would just set that bar higher and higher, and until one day I realized that, you know what, I was enough, and if I was my daughter, I would be proud. And if I was my friend, I would appreciate me, so I stopped tripping about it, I just said, oh, well, that's their loss, That is their loss, not mine. I went to visit my cousin when I was in California a couple of weeks ago, and she told me something I thought was very telling, which I really appreciated. She told me that when I was talking about the past, she said, you're still back there trying to make it right. And I was like, boom. I was like, boom, I can't believe that. I didn't realize that, yeah, that's exactly what I was doing, I was still analyzing it, taking it apart, thinking about what I should have said, what I could have said, what I should have done, what I could have done. And, man, why am I thinking about that stuff? I mean, that was like, gosh, that was at least like 18, 19, 20 years ago. I mean, I'm seriously still back there trying to make it right. And that's just, no way, man. So ever since she told me that, it really hit me. It really, and that's why it's so important to have those kind of conversations, because other people that care about us can make us see the mistakes that we're making a lot of times. We can't see it because we're in the middle of the storm, We're, all involved with the emotions. We're all smothered with emotions, and it's hard to see when you're, like, in the middle of the storm, but other people, if we let them, they can help us and point it out, If you find people you can really depend on. somebody you know that has your best interest in mind, you know. I had a situation with a friend that I thought had my best interest in mind, and come to find out she didn't, so I had to cut her off, you know. I had to cut her off, and it was painful, you know. But it had to be done. I feel like I never knew her, you know, but I'll talk about that in my other video. My next video, I just want to talk to you about that just in case you're going through that situation. It is painful, you know. Painful stuff's bound to happen, but you know, and it doesn't necessarily have to happen either. I mean, I take it as it comes, you know. Just try to keep a level head, and it's not the end of the world, you know what I mean? It's what I've learned, which is a very important lesson I've learned, is so one of the most important things that I've learned to this, you know, because of the series of things that have happened to me, is that everything that happens isn't the end all do all, man. You know. You know, it's not all up to me. You know, it never is all up to me, because even if I do my part, doesn't mean that other people are going to do their part. So it is not all up to me, man. And when I realized that, you know, that was just huge relief for me. It is not all up to me, because I always thought it was, you know. It's like, I have to fix this. I have to deal with this. I have to do this. And no, actually, I can do my part, you know. It's like being in a play and trying to play all the parts. I mean, I can't do that, man. You know, and some very wise people let me know that, yeah, that I need to stop being the director of the play, you know. It's not all up to me, man. And if something doesn't turn out right, it's not all my fault either. And that was a huge thing for me to learn. It's not all my fault, you know. A lot of times I did everything right and things just didn't come out right, you know. That just happens sometimes, you know. It is what it is, man. I love that saying. It is what it is, you know. And a lot of wise sayings, you know, come out there. And they're wise sayings from people that know, you know, people that have lived. There's a lot of wise sayings that come out of the African American community that other people use, you know, and repeat, and then they think it came from them, but no, it's because they've lived it, you know. They learn that sometimes you can do all the right things, and you know, things just don't come out right. And that's okay. You know, and you know, another thing I've learned is that you know, sometimes when things didn't come out the way I wanted them to come out, they come out really different, but a lot better, you know? Gosh, I'm trying to think of something that, oh boy, I can't, so many things have happened that, I just really thought it was going to go this way. Well, let's have an example, okay. I got this job as a Sunday school teacher, and boy, it was like really far away. The church was like really far away, and I almost didn't take the job. And you know, my sister was telling me, don't take that job, it's too far for you to drive, blah blah blah. But I really couldn't find anything else at that moment. I really needed something, so I went tried out. I was scared to death because, I don't know anything about teaching Sunday school. I worked with preschoolers. So I go and, long story short, I end up getting a steady job with them, a full-time job with them. And, I've been working there now for 2 years, and I've gotten... So, I've been working there for 2 years, like I said, and, I just retired from there on August the 9th, but I'm going to continue to work, have some jobs come out of there, and then I'll just be able to work whenever I want to. And that's just really awesome. I hadn't planned on that. That's an unusual circumstance that I hadn't planned on, but you know what? It worked to my benefit. So I just really have learned not to get ahead of myself and think that things are going to go a certain way, and if they don't, I know not to get frustrated, because I kind of tell myself, I wonder what God has in store for me. I wonder what's going to come out of this situation, and I'm pleasantly surprised a lot of times. I got to tell you, ever since I started trusting, just letting things go and letting go of the whole process, I have been pleasantly surprised, and I really like that. I really like that I'm not in the driver's seat, you know what I mean? I just do my part, and, that's all I can do, So I hope this is relaxing you. I think that's probably enough for tonight. I really enjoyed talking to you guys. I hope you got something out of my rambling. Please know that it's done with lots of love, and I really hope it helps somebody. I hope I can bring comfort to someone. That's all my intention is. And I hope that that you really appreciate every moment of every day. And I hope you can someone told me, I don't even know how to phrase this, but they told me that that look at your now. Don't look at the past. Don't think about the future. Just look at your now. And I learned a lot of things from a program that I work. And it's a program that I implement in my life. And it's taught me so many things. And one of those things is to stay in the moment. All we have is now, so we need to stay in the moment and appreciate what we have right now. So I really hope that you sleep well tonight, knowing that you're safe, that you're loved, that you're appreciated, and that you're special. And you have special gifts for someone. And you need to appreciate your special gifts, even if no one else does. You need to appreciate your special gifts and develop them and work on them, and don't be afraid to express them. Don't be afraid to speak up. You have something to offer. Don't be afraid to share it with the world. I know that I am an unperfect human being that does the best that you can every day. And I hope you guys have a wonderful night, very restful. And I hope this helped someone in some way. And I look forward to the next time talking to you, and appreciate every moment. Night.